Okie dokie then, guys. Hello and welcome back. Good to see you all. It is time to finish the magnificent beast that is the Saturn V. So first stage of the Saturn V is complete. Um, this is it in all its mother hubbarding glory. Look at it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Thing of beauty. This is the first stage of the most powerful rocket ever built. Um, and so now we're going to move on to the second half of the Lego kit. And by second half, I mean the 6 remaining of the 12 individual bags to get this thing built. And we are going to build the second bit. That's exactly what I'm going to do, basically. So let's get on it. So we were up to... God, that exposure is terrible. Is that... Can I... The thing is, if I turn this light off, it's really dark. Although you can see what's happening, can't you? It's just me that can't. Okay, I'm going to try doing this for the second half. Okay. Anyway, yeah, bag 7 is the bag that we've got for today. So let's open up bag 7 and let's get cracking. There's, like I said, there's 12 bags of this to do. A little bag of smally bits, a little other bag of smally bits. See what's in the big bag of normal bits. Yeah, I'm just concerned with this lighting. I'm going to miss some things. I'm going to put the light back on. That's not too bad. We can see what's going on. We can see. Okay. Excuse me. So, we're building this up. So we're on bag 7. So this is going to be the second stage of the spacecraft that's going on across this way. So I'm just going to move some of this rubbish and have a little bit of a sort out. Let's empty this teensy tiny bag of little things up into the top over here, so they don't go too far. And then we've got another little bag of juicy good stuff. Let's slide. Can we slide all this over here? Yeah, we can. And then we can put this stuff here. Cool. And then I'm just going to separate out some of these bigger chunky bits, just to make it a little bit easier to sort through while we're constructing, just to make sure that construction goes through relatively smoothly where at all possible, because that's always good, especially when I'm trying to showcase it across here. Okay, so this is the section we're building to start off with, but I think we're just going to build the middle piece of that, the internal structure to start off with. So, as it says, we need a half moon and one of these bits. We are off to a winner, and we're going to stick that on halfway, like so, and then we're going to get the other half. Alright, we're going to put that on over this way. Sweet. We're going to flip that over, and down the middle we need some brown squares, and they're going to go halfway along, like so. Excellent. And then we need to, oh geez, there's a lot of pieces. We need to line them with these little whitey bits, white bits, and just across here. There. You can see, just do it that way. So we're gonna get those in across this way. So they are going on like this, so they're on the edge. Is that right? That looks about right. Yeah, I think they're going on like that. Okay. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Yeah, on like this. Clippity clip. Yeah, so far, I mean, we are ostensibly halfway through, having built 6 of the 12 bags. And so far, I've really enjoyed this kit. It's been really, really nice to build. Everything seems to have worked really nicely. Everything seems to be well clipping together. Lots of bits that are thought out. Every time I've built something and thought, oh, hang on a minute, this doesn't feel very secure, or it doesn't it doesn't seem to be attaching properly, or whatever. They've then added a piece that helps reinforce a section, or something like that. So I think it's clearly, I mean, as with all Lego products, it's clearly very well thought out. And been, I imagine rigorously tested and designed, and to find something that is both straightforward to put together, but is a really good experience that works. There's no issues with it, and I think that's important. That's pretty cool. So we're now stacking up some of these. So building up this interstage plate, I imagine, across here. I imagine things are going to... Maybe this is all the bottom? I don't know. So then we need... I'm sorry, I'm not moving the thing across so we can see it. So we're down here onto this stage here. So we've got 4 of these little chairs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of these little mono plates. Over here. And 4 of these Ujima flips just there. So first thing we're doing is we're clipping these together. This is a process we've done a lot. And these normally make the supports for these things over here so far throughout the build. So I assume it's probably going to do something similar again. And then they go like that, and then these just clip straight on the bottom to make a big wide attachment area. Okay. So they clip on like that. And then these ones also clip on just like that. You can see. And one across there. I accidentally picked up an extra one because I can't count, but I imagine we'll need them in a second. And they're going to clip around the edge, balancing on these little yellow clips around here by the looks of things. So yeah, this is almost certainly the middle. This is very familiar from the first stage. Anyone that has watched that section will recognise these little clippy things. Because they're basically what holds all the external bits on, and you can get your circular section inside. So let's have a look at what the next page brings. Here it is. Lo and behold, the circular section is going to go on the top of there. So let's get that done. So we want a black one just to start us off. There we go. Then a white one. So these are the the internal structures for the fuel tanks. On board the Saturn V. These fuel tanks were enormous. They hold something like 2 Olympic swimming pools full of fuel. They were absolutely colossal in terms of what was required to get out into space. So we've got this one here, just a brace bar for the top. And the Saturn V really was like a massive engineering feat. It really did do something that we've never really been able to replicate. In fact, we look at all the wondrous things that we've done, but we have never been back to the moon. I mean, there's various reasons why that's the case, but we haven't, and as a result, we don't have a rocket that is powerful enough to get us back there if we decided that tomorrow we did want to go. So it's an interesting. It's an interesting feat. This is... Oh, that should be clipped together. That annoys me that that's not clipped together. Okay, I'm going to reposition because that actually wants to be clipped. And it's not going to clip if I just stand and push it. So that clips like that and that clips like that. There we go. Nice strong brace bar at the top. Marvellous. And then, once again, making a load of little chairs. So we need the 4 more of these. And then 4 more of these. Yeah, and I mean, you can look back through the history of NASA and you can find why it was decided not to go back to the moon. I mean, it's mainly a funding issue. And actually, it was quite a practical reasoning in the first round. I mean, you may not be aware, but like after following the Saturn V program, the space shuttle was the next major issue, and one of the main goals of the shuttle was actually to make space super cheap. Space has and still is was traditionally a very expensive endeavor. And one of the original design goals of the shuttle was to make it such that spaceflight could be done for like 50 times a year. We're talking like every weekend they'd be going up into space. So we're on to the next page now. Putting these bits on, and then once again just bracing it across the top. Make sure we match up the colours as well. Yes, originally the shuttle was designed to send people into space every weekend essentially, and to make it routine, and not just not do that as a because we could and spend all the money to do it, but actually to do it in a way that was cheap. So that it didn't break the bank essentially. And the idea was that once we could get to a point where getting to space was like catching the bus, for want of a better term, we could start to concentrate on other things. So we're now up to here. So we've got these little brace bars again to go on the top here. So originally the shuttle, that was the plan for the shuttle, and it just so happened that they kept adding to it, making it more complex, more able to do stuff, and that's not a problem, or not necessarily a negative. But the moment you build something that can do everything, that gets expensive. The shuttle was another amazing piece of engineering, but it failed its original design goals. It wasn't cheap to launch a shuttle into space. It was still hundreds of. This is another clip that I wished I did beforehand. The shuttle was was still hundreds of millions of pounds to launch up into space at any one time, because of it had essentially not quite unlimited, but essentially unlimited use. You could use it for everything. We used it to build a space station. It was used to put a telescope, a great telescope into orbit, many satellites, like countless, and it had all these different jobs. It could carry people and equipment and both, and either or, and stuff like that. And I think it's you can't do that on a shoestring. You can't have something that can do everything on a budget, and so that was a change, almost I could argue a sacrifice that was made during development of the shuttle to get there. But as a result, it meant that we would be, the shuttle then took up most of NASA's operational spaceflight budget because it was an expensive spacecraft to launch. It meant that NASA could only afford to launch maybe 2 a year at best, and so they didn't have the resources to keep developing the large scale aspect of space exploration that you need for things like moon missions. So now making 4 of these little clips to go around the edge, and again to attach things to. So they changed what they did. They changed how they operated and things like that, and we're just starting to see nowadays a return back to that large scale ambition that NASA have had. The crew transport program, the cargo transportation contracts that they've started pimping out to private companies is such that is designed. Hang on, which way around is this? Yeah, is designed so that they can concentrate and put budget into other things, so they can essentially build the moon rocket. I mean, they're currently building the SLS, which is the next step, the next stage in the program, and that's not designed to be. I'm not going to say cheap and cost effective, because that's it is designed to be cost effective, but it's designed to do. It's designed to be expensive so that it can push the boundaries of where we can take people. Which isn't once in a lifetime trips are not the things that make you lots of money typically. Okay, so then we're just covering the top to get this nice and flat. So that's going to go on like that, and then another one, and then a third and final one. Clip, clip, clip. Sweet. So that gives us a flat base, and then we're transforming this base, look, you can see, into this little thing over here. So we've got a square that goes in the middle, and then we've got the bench pieces. I always think they look like benches. I don't know what they're actually called, what their like official name is, but they always used to be used for like benches in spacecraft. I swear this has moved. I swear we had a better viewing angle earlier. Well, got it. Up against here. Sweet, so we've got those, and then we've got some flats over here to keep this all nice and protected over this way. Come on, camera. Quick with your exposure. Can I? I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Maybe I can... Hang on. Maybe I can just tweak the exposure settings manually on the camera, see if I can make it slightly better, because it's... I don't know if it's because the weather's changed outside, it's looking a bit pasty. Let's have a quick look. Configure. Exposure. I think there we go. That's better, isn't it? Cool. That's much better. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. Cool. So we've added this top bit, which is what it said to do in the book. So we can move on to the next page. Okay, step 154 is a very complex one, guys. So if you do get this kit and you have a go yourself, I'm going to warn you now, trickiest step in the whole thing, step 154. Okay, so I'm going to take this slow. It says here we need one brown square, so one brown square, and very carefully, it needs to be placed on the top. Now, hopefully you got that. If you didn't get that, and if you've looked at the book and it's confusing you, I find it's, just watch. Look, see, you've got a 4 here and a 4 here. That's going to go on there. Now, it's quite fiddly and quite tricky, but there we go. We did it. We nailed it. Hardest step in the book, guys. We nailed it. Okay, wow. Next, we've got some really funky looking bits that are going to hold everything together over here. So let's get some bits together for that. So we need 4 of these blue panels. We actually need to do, we're going to do 4 of these because that's 4. So again, we can do it in parallel. We need yellow clips and red clips, 4 of each. That's yellow clippy bit and a yellow clippy bit. And we need these 4 bits over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need some of these studs, and I think we need 2 of these studs, so that's going to be 8 in total. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Good. I'm glad it is Arcanum. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't tweak the thingy settings earlier, but I didn't. But we've tweaked them now, so we're all good. So these are clipping on one of these, like so. And then we're putting one of these on in the same place as well. So that's going on to make a little thing like that. So let's get those done. Go on there. Let's go on there. And then we've got to get these on as well. So that can clip. And that can clip. And that can clip. Sweet. Now we've got to make a little 2 tower of little white studs. So a little 2 of those to go together. And then we need one of these on the top as well. So that's going in the middle. And then this bit is going on here like so. Oh, clipped. Sweet. So we need to do 4 of those. That's number 2. 3, and number 4. And then we're going to get these all clipped as well. And then these clip on the top. Oh, facing down. So these little holes that we've put on this side, you can see just there, they actually clip onto those as well. Oh, which is interesting because it means that these bits don't clip in, but it holds these in the place. Interesting. So these bits aren't actually clipped in to there. Ah, they're just sitting. I wonder if this is part of the removable stage. Because obviously all the stages all separate on this. I wonder if that's going to be a... By the time we clip everything else together, I wonder if you're going to be able to pop that bit off. Pop. Don't know. We'll see. Okay, next step. 256. Studs and barrels to build up some pillars. Should be fairly straightforward with a little black barrel on a stud. 4 of them. In fact, I can probably place them as I go, and they go. Yeah, let's do that. And they go on these corners just here. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, they go in between those 4 holes. I always get a little bit confused when they go in between. You know, because you've got the little notches for the Lego to click into, and you always expect that things are going to clip into there, but they often, or sometimes, I guess not necessarily often, but sometimes they don't. And it does catch you off guard a little bit, I find, when you're building. And then that one goes on there as well. Clipped in. Marvellous. Okay. 157. We've got the big base. And we've got 2 of these blue bits. I'm going to touch these. And they're going to go on 2 of the edges. And then we're just going to line that with gold studs. Okay. That goes on there. And this one goes on here. Then that all sits on the top. You've got to make sure this is all lined up. But there we go. So that goes on. Just on the top there, all lined up nicely. See, like, even these... The thing is about these is, like, these little bits here are, like, so intricate. And this is just going to be inside. There's a whole system like this inside here. This is full, like you can see. I mean, there's a thing at the top, but this is full of stuff, and you'll never see that. It's really crazy, I think. You know that it's all in there. All the tanks and stuff, they're all, you know, it's filled with detail that you never get to see. It's kind of nice. It's kind of weird. I should have taken some images of this as I was putting together, but too late now. So we need to build 2 of these next things, these little things up here. So we might as well do this in parallel. So it's upside down, and it wants 4 of these puppies. I'm going to clip these both on the bottom. Goodness gracious, it's 5:30 already. Damn. Time flies when you're having fun. It really does. And I'm having a lot of fun. This clip here, and I think this clips this way in, I think. So what it looks like on the picture, it looks like you've got the... Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think that's clipping on that way. That might be wrong. We'll have to look at that in a minute. And then this is going on. We've got this little blue bit down here, tucked into the end. And then we've got these 2 little, like directional changes, I guess, essentially. Like translation tools. Okay, hang on. I'll do it that way. Yep, there we go. That's better. One of those, and we need another one of those, which is there. clip into place. These little benches. And then they're going to, I presume, clip in somewhere. Oh, we've got to flip them over, attach some yellow panels. So the green slope is going to go pointing towards there, which means this yellow panel goes at the back. And then these are going to go on here. Oh, and then we've got more to build. So then we need 2 of these across here. And they need 1 of these little loopy bits on the back. Like those. And then they need a bit of blue on the front. A bit of blue for dads. Oh, they need a double stack of blue on the front. Build up that height, that dimension. It's going to clip on there. Like so. And then these are going to clip on such that this stud is pointing towards the screen ramp as well, for those that you can't quite see the book. So they clip on like that. Across there. Across there. Clip that on. Oh, and more still, we've then got some side panels to turn these into. These are going to be proper little, everything can clip to them, little pieces. So these bits go on the top, and in the little gap you've got here, we're clipping these panels on here. So we're going to drop 1 in there, and we're going to drop 1 in the opposite side, and the same on the other one. Oops. There we go. And then yeah, we basically got something that you can stick across the top too. You got loads of stuff on the side. This bit could clip onto something. That bit could clip onto something. This is excellent. And count my chickens. More. There's a last few little, just a little couple of pieces just to clip on, and they're going this way just to hold these together. By the looks of things, so it looks like it's going 1 there. Oh, hang on. Oh yes, 1 on each side. Got confused then for a second. And that's like a reinforcement just to hold all this together again. I'll make sure it is all sweet. They're like little dragons, aren't they? Like, I'm gonna get you. This little eyes, little green nose, and fire sticking out or something. I don't know. Okay, and we're gonna clip those on. It looks like these clip flat down on that way. So if we've got this here. Oh, okay, we've got the little blue. Yeah, the little blue bits stay clear, and these bits slot in the middle, touching. Okay, so they clip on just there. So I'll show you. Look, we got that one. So this little hook hooks over this side here, and it all just clips in like that. Ooh, give it a push. Excellent. And you've got this. Like I say, look at that. Look at how complex this setup. And I guarantee you won't be able to see any of this in the finished model. There'll be coverings over here and coverings over here, and that's it. Although actually that might be where the engine fits. I wonder. Because these look like the clips that might clip the other piece in. I reckon if we're going to build another set here, maybe with some more clips, and I wonder if the engine bell for the 3rd stage will slot into there. And we will undock from there. But we'll see. Next up, just some 2 simple straight bits just to connect all of this stuff together, and that's just some side bracing by the looks of things just on here. Just going to connect that to that, making sure they stay the right distance and size away from each other. Always good to add a little bit of bracing. Next up, 4 more of our favourite pieces that we've made throughout the entirety of this build. So let's assemble the pieces for those. It's 4 of these bits. And we'll get those clipped onto there. Then we'll add the little studs in a second. Little stud. Oh, this is dangerous because I'm forgetting. I'm all coming flowing back to me now how much I enjoy this. How much I enjoy this process of building and putting together Lego, and I just want more. These form a quite a square shape, actually. I was, a little bit surprised. Oh, is it a square? Yeah, it looks like it's flush on the edges. I was just double checking because I had a slight issue with things being flush earlier, and I think it's flush over this way. So it fills essentially this two gap, but it's keeping one off the ground. So it's only really attached in one point. But it's interesting that it's quite square for what's so far been like quite a round structure. To then change. But yeah, we got that. Sweet. Next one. We're burning through these steps, guys. We're already on 169. Okay, we're gonna make some little like flappy army things over here. So we're gonna make them. We need to make two of them, so we might as well assemble this little grid of parts so we've got everything. Which I think we're getting. I think that actually is the combined set. So I think we just need to make the two across here. We need these 4 pieces. We need 2 of these, and we need 4 of these, and 4 of these little things, little lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks about right. So we start with one of them. Then we're putting these two on top, like one there, one there, like so. We're putting a little cover on the front of it, and then we're putting these little wavy arm bits on. So these get little clip-on bits on the top, like those, and then these just clip on like that. So you've got the little waggly arms. Waggly arms! So let me quickly make another one of those. So that was one of those. One of those, one of those. One of those. One of those. One of those. Clip. Clip. 2 little waggly arms. Let's see where these go. So these are going... Okay, these are going in between those 2 red bits, the last 2 pieces that we just put on. They get to slot in between there, so they go on that blue anchor point just there by the looks of things. Which is interesting because it then gives us a completely flat... frame to... Oh, not quite completely flat, which is a little alarming. Oosh! We'll see. And again on this one. Cool. And that sets with the little lighty LED bits, as you can see just at the top. Okay. Let's have a look. Next step. 171. Oh, I think we just have to then flatten these down? Whoa, what? Oh, I see. No, we don't. Originally, I think it meant we were going to put them in like that, and then you flatten those into place. But I think because I'd left them out flat anyway, they sort of semi-pushed themselves into the right place. So I'll just nudge those down so they're touching. There we go. Yeah, that's there. I think it's supposed to be like that. So just poking up over the edge. Okay, let's have a look. Next step. 172. So we need 2 of these things. So 2 of those bits, 2 of these bits, and 2 of there they are. These bits just here. So we want one like that, one like that. Oh, dead simple. One like that, one like that, and then these are going on those bits that we just put on. With the pointy bits up to the top. It looks like it's level with the yellow on the diagram, so I'm going to try and stick with that. And then, oh yeah, that means that these bits here will almost certainly touch the bottom. So as we clip that in, that looks to be about the right height. So it means that these red bits that are there are still being touched. And we're making a top plate up here, so we've got the round bit over here, and we need this one, that goes in the middle. So, then we've got these 4 little bits on the side, so they're like little 2 bricks, but they've got bits on the side. I'll pop those on in a ring around the middle. So, and then a square bit just goes on top. Cap that all off. Hang on, no it doesn't. I've done this out of order. Oh, tut 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 tut. Always makes sense to pay attention. I skipped, I did this bit and then that bit. Should have gone down. So that bit goes there. Then we put the 2 blue bits on. So the 2 blue bits go on here, here, and then with these 4 strips go here and here. And then we've got a barrel in the middle to give us a support. Then we've got our outside ring. So one thing I would like, having seen this so far, is part of me imagines, and part of me, to my great shame, doesn't know this exactly, because I'm not completely au fait with the engineering behind the Saturn, but one imagines that almost all of this stuff was really present. It's not just structural from the point of view of the Lego, but it'd be really great to have. There's loads of spaces in this book that you could annotate each step. You don't have to necessarily give a full description of what the thing is you're doing, but it'd be really nice to have like a what you're building here is the fuel pump, and what you're building here is the the reaction wheels that control the direction of the spacecraft or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be really interesting. So we've got to assemble these bits, just as like a really interesting, especially especially more because you're not going to see it. I think that's it would be really nice to just be able to teach people a little bit, or show people a little bit about what's going on inside the spacecraft, all the different bits that they perhaps wouldn't realize are in there, all the different jobs that the different things have to do, and all that sort of stuff. It could be quite a cool little addition. So if you're watching Lego and you need ideas, then let me hit me up. Heck, I would even do all the research for you and do all the annotations if you want. Okay, it goes on there. And then we're making 2 more. I never get why. Oh, they're slightly different. That's why. Okay, I can forgive them. Yeah, I think it's an opportunity that they could have used to explain some of the things that you were doing and what impact they had, what they were for. Be a really interesting, nice way to do it. As you step by step built the different sections. So we've got these 2 little ramps here, and then these are getting little outward flaring bits on the bottom using these little rampy pieces. And then that is the end of this bag. I've got no bits left after this. We are cruising through to our next bag. Bag 8, I believe. 8 of 12, so 2/3 of the way there. We are cooking. And then these all need to slot together, okay, so that they're all facing downwards. So that means that this one's going to go on here. And that one's going to go on just that way around. That's right, isn't it? Yes. That means we've got this nice slanty interchange here, and this will be essentially what this is. This will sit somewhere, and this will, or maybe at the bottom, and that'll be your change in scale. Let's have a look. That goes at the bottom, facing downwards, so everything sits on this plate down here. So you got that with the slants that way, and that's gonna. Oh look, there's even a perfect square for the green to fit in. So we can clip that in, give it a little bit of pressure, and there we go. And that's going to create our slope, which is almost certainly going to build up the outer protective shell to give the facade that we have on the outside of this one. But step 180 is complete, which means we can move on to bag number 8. So I reach behind me to my massive box of Legos, and Box number 8. Let us do it. Oh, I can see words. I can see words and decorations. Little bag of extra bits. Not extras, they're just the little bits that are easier to lose. So let's just once again split out a couple of these pieces, just make it a little bit easier to grab the bits we need when we need them. I believe this is a process called, well no, I was going to say I believe this is a process called knolling, but I think knolling's a lot more organised than the random hodgepodge stuff that I throw together. Those have got words on, so I'm going to put those slightly separate from these ones that don't have words on. Okay, and we'll clear a little bit of space, and that should be enough. Okay, so we're doing these bits just here. So it looks like it says we only need one of those, but I've got a feeling we might need 4 of those. But I'm gonna just sneak ahead. Oh no, perhaps we don't. Okay, so let's make some of these. So we need a little piece with the roundel on the bottom, the cool little crazy Z shape. Putting that on like that, so that the circle's at the bottom. And then we've got the yellow piece underneath. That's pretty straightforward, little clip together piece. Then we've got this bit this way with the yellow facing down. That's clipping on next to our little green bits, I think. So clipping onto the red diagonal panels, which don't seem to be very diagonal. Hang on. Hang on. So this has got this like this, which is we've got our blue and our greens over here. So these bits need to rotate. But they weren't rotated earlier. And they won't rotate now. Hang on, what? Are they supposed to be on that way? Oh, they are, and that clips in. Oh, okay. If you rotate those out to the right... What? Okay, I think I've misread. Basically, I need to reposition these. I'd put these on flat, because I'm 99.9% sure that's what it showed. But actually, it needs to be in the middle, like all the others, because then these little flappy bits actually clip them in place. That makes so much more sense, but I read from the picture, and it looked completely different. I should have guessed, because that's how it's worked for everything else. I did think it was a little odd that they went on flat and not diagonal, because it lines up with the rest of these. Should have trusted my gut instinct rather than the diagram. But then that probably could have ended. That's probably ended badly in the past. So that's much better. Yeah, so we've got these round bits there. Ooh, hang on, except on that one. Yeah, no, that's it. And then that makes much more sense, because then these bits clip to the yellow bits clip to the red bits over here, like that. Yeah, much more sense. Much more sense. Thank you. Okay. And then what do it want to do next? Right, it's got a whole little construction piece left. Oh, it's got like a bit to, oh, hang on. It's got the bit to carry the tubes up. Is that in the right place? That is in the right place, as a chord to this. Okay. So, one of these, and one of these long blue bits, and we're clipping that in that way with the long side poking out. And then we're going to slide one of those over there, and we're going to put a black stud on the bottom of this one. One in the middle gets a little black stud over there. And then we've got like the collar, which is that one. It's going to go over there. Then we get another little black joiner sticking out the top. And then we're going to do that again. That's 2. And then again. That's 3. and then again for 4. So 4 of these little bits over here. So that goes on that way, like that. Okay. And then at the top end, we want another one of these little bits. It doesn't have a stud, but it does have a blue piece on the bottom. And then that is going to clip just on the end of there. Then we need the long black brown bit and a slightly shorter grey bit. And the grey bit's going to go in the middle of there. And then that's going to clip along there. Keep that all true. Nice! Then a few bit more. We've got 2 little clippy bits held together by a blue bit towards their clippy ends. And then that's going to go on the bottom, so just here, yeah, so that fills in that gap there. And then we need to make a little shiny doohick up the side here. So we need the 2 grabby black bits, the 2 little bits here, having one on the bottom, the 2 gap, and then another one. The 2 gap is filled with a black shiny piece. White ramp. And a white shiny piece. And then there's another, is that a white ramp at the bottom? Yes. On the other side. Okay, make a little panel across this way. And then we're going to clip in one of these little white rods. Little white rods into the little gap here. Like so. And we got a little panel-y piece across there. So the panel piece is going to go on at the bottom. So it shows on here that it's going to go directly in line with this bit. Clip on down here. Oh. And it's going to clip on with the swingy bit at the bottom. Leaving a gap on the middle red bit. Okay, so that's going to go on just here, like that. So it lines up nicely with everything else. Give it a firm click, make sure everything's in place. It all appears to be. Marvellous. So that's all clipped onto that bit. We're then going to do basically, I think, exactly the same. Quite why it didn't tell us to make 2, I don't know. There's probably going to be some differences. So I want to make sure we're paying attention. Yeah, we go straight into a collar this time, as opposed to the other bit. And then another one of these, and another collar. And I see another one of these. And a third and final collar. And then for this one, we then need a blue piece, the grey piece, and a piece that says United. The United States of America. That's going to clip in the middle. Like so. And then the United's going to clip on top of the blue patch. Like so. And then that is all going to clip. This bit's going to clip on top of that. Just there. We get our United. And then up at the top end, we want one of those little bits with a stud on the bottom. So one of these little pieces with a little black stud. Which I do not see. Luckily there is a spare one in here. So I'll take that one for now, till the other one shows up. The black stud's going to clip onto the bottom. And that's essentially just going to sort of be in the right place up there. Oh, and then we use this red pokey poke to go in there and plug that just to hold them in place. Then we need to top it off with a barrel, a stud, and a cone. So the white barrel, a white stud, and a white cone. Just threw it at myself there. End up with that there. My matches the picture. It's always a good start. And then that's going to be the top half of our fuel pipe that's along here. And that's going to connect us all the way back up to the top by the looks of things. So that's going to clip on there, that's going to clip on there, and that's going to clip on just underneath there. So it just anchors onto these anchor points in the right place and takes all the way up to there. It then looks like we need to add the rest in, so it adds in the final United States to cover up these grey bits down here. So we do that with a States line, which goes straight underneath. And then we also have a short shiny bit which goes on the top of here, by the looks of things, and then a long shiny bit which goes down from here to anchor this in the right place. So that clips on there, and that keeps that whole bar nicely together. Sweet. There you go, United States. Looking good, looking shiny. And I assume, oh no, I was gonna say I assume we're doing that 4 more times, but it all seems a little bit different. So we'll keep it going. We've got this one here with a 4 on the top, with a brown square placed near the bottom, with another one of these over the top of that. So that clipping on there. Then we've got these clipping out at the bottom. These are the bits that actually attach it to the first stage. When we built the first stage of the Saturn, I'll show you. There's some little teeth left at the top. These bits here. These bits will almost certainly line up and click into there, so that you'll be able to pull that out and detach it for your spaceship to take off. But that's not yet. So we're here. We're now onto these shiny little bits. So we've got a long shiny bit starting one from the top. Then we have a white clip, a black shiny piece, a single white shiny square, and then a clip. Then next to it, we've got a black clip, a 2 shiny black, a black clip, a white ramp, and a 2 shiny flat. So let's all that together. Then we need a long stick and a short stick. So we've got the short stick is that one, which clips into here, and then we've got this long 2-tiered stick, which apparently slots into there. And then this bit all clips on to down, apparently clips on just down here. So we're going to clip that on to the bottom half of this red square anchor point, which clips onto the bottom of these anchor points down here, and draws us a nice parallel flat bit with the other one there. Those are going to be our anchor points for the others, and you can start to see this is building up this nice structure around here. And then I assume we've got 2 more of these sorts of sides to do, which I assume we'll take out with these ones over here. Oh, we're finishing the decoration, of course, first. So we're making another one of these. They're all slightly different. Interesting. It's the little extra, little tweaky bits of detail by the looks of things. Oh, that's coming off. Hang on. Yeah. So we need to do one of these, which we've got one of those here. We need to do the Z-shaped bit. Clip one of these on the top, and then a yellow underneath. The yellow bit was facing down, if I remember correctly, and that's going to go up along above over here. And it anchors, the yellow bit anchors to the red, doesn't it? I remember now. So we've got that, and then I assume we're going to use and build our United States section as well to go in over here. So we can take one of these bits and one of these 4s. That's going to go on at the bottom. Then we have a blue bit and one of the slightly longer grey ones. Then we need to add a United to this one. One from the bottom on the right hand side. A white square and some of the grating. and that's going to go in line here to marry up between this bit, these anchor points, and then this anchor point at the top to once again create that straight line that kind of holds everything together. And then I assume, without too much effort, we're then just going to fill that bit in. So we're going to put a states in after the united. Bloop. And then this one's got this dotted line that it's going to use, which I saw earlier, which is this one, which I think is a unique piece. I don't think I saw another one of those, so it's not going to be the symmetry on that one, but we can see that. Clicking in this there. Looks pretty cool. Then we've got two more of these sides to do. So we'll crack on with these ones. So we want one of those, we want one of these. There's a square coming in at the bottom, which is going to be held together by these ones. Got the two clips at the bottom, so we can anchor it to the first stage for takeoff. Then we've got some shiny bits to start giving us that outer facade. So we've got a 2 shiny, a 2 black shiny, and a white one, like so. Then we've got this little clippy bit to hold the rods again. So we've got a clip at the bottom. We've got a 2 shiny black one. We've got a clip at the top of that. And as always, finish it off with a ramp. And then we've got the little clippy bit, I'm sure, that clips in there, which I'm going to add before I turn the page, because I'm a maverick. Oh, we need 2 of those, though, apparently. So let me just turn back and quickly assemble 2 of those. Would have been nice if it told us we needed 2 of those on the page in front, but it didn't, so I'll just get salty and rage about it later. Got that in there, and that in there, and then the 2 little attachment pieces. One's there. And it wants the same design on these ones. So that was white, black, white, with a clip at the bottom, a black in the middle, and a clip at the top, and then a intake type rampy business above that. And then it wants the other rod, but oh, there's the other rod. It's tucked into another piece. A little bit panicky there. That one clips into there, and then these bits go onto the two final bits just here. Again, leaving half, as we've done with the other 2, leaving half showing at the top for the other half of our decorations. Clips in there. We've got a lovely, lovely smooth bottom that's going to clip into the top. So let's build the decorations for these bits. So we want 2 of the Z-shaped clip bits at the top. At this point, we can probably all make these in our sleep. Yellow bit for underneath. The white squares for the top. Leaving the yellow exposed. And then they clip in, pointing downwards like they have always done. Yellow onto the red, yellow onto the red. And then we're going to make 2 united pieces to then decorate with our states bit later. So let's do these in parallel because we can. So they're going to go on there. Then we're going to have 1, 2. We need the blue bits. And then the longer bits. Then our decoration. We've got 2 sets of uniteds. All one from the bottom. So 1 there. 1 there. 2 straight bits next to them. United. United. A square on the top. And then the grating style panels across here. And then those bits clip to join the yellow bits at the top to the red bits at the bottom to create that unified piece again. So clips into there, and into there. Triple anchor points across that way. And then we just need to add the states, which is just 2 lines, I think. Oh, hang on. It's a states. States there. Straight line on that one. And then a square at the bottom. Boop. So, United States. A straight line one. One at the bottom. Sweet. And that is bag 8. Excuse me. Let's take a little drink. Marvellous. Bag 9 next. Here is the wonderful bag 9. Time we on 6 o'clock. I think we'll have this done by 7. It's my aim. So another hour, I'm hoping. Okay. A couple of things. We've got a little bag of goodies, so let's empty that one out up towards the top. Makes it a little bit easier to keep track of those ones. And this has got quite a lot of similar pieces. If there's anything been like previous bags and the previous ordering, this will mostly be the facades that go basically there and there. So this should be essentially 4 very similar builds. Oh, he says looking right next to him where it says 4 identical builds. So I'm going to take a little bit of extra time on this one to split our pieces up, just because this one is one that we can essentially get through nice and quickly by being efficient, doing it all in parallel, and do basically the 4 pieces at the same time, which is good. It means that we can get on to, you know, not necessarily, while it's the bits that make it look pretty, they're not necessarily the funnest of sections. Okay, and they're all shiny siding pieces. Oh, okay, so we want 4 of these. I'm going to do them all together, so we want 4 of these bits to start us off with. We want 4 of these bits. And 4 of these bits. And then we want to clip them together in the attachment shown here. So one on like that, one flat across the bottom, slight overhang. Okay, one across, flat across the bottom. Sorry, I should try and do this in shot a bit more. There we go. Then we want what? Brown squares? But I can only see 2 brown squares. Oh no, no I can't. I can see more than 2 brown squares. Josh has been an idiot. Okay, brown squares at the top. And then we need 1 more of these each, so that's 3 and 4. They're just going to clip on there to extend these bits. And then we need 4 more of these long bits to, again, extend these bits up. Yeah, as I said, these are just going to be long, shiny bits. And then we're going to stick all these shiny pieces on, just to stick them on and cover up the sides of the rocket, basically. That's how I envisage. And another piece, another 4. Wow. Okay. Oh, and there's 4 more long bits. Oh, basically this is. Oh, I see. I can see. There's going to be, I think, what, another 1 of each of these, something like that. Another long bit and 1 of these at the top. Something like, okay, before I turn the page, something like 1 of those like that, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ah, it's not. I suck at this game. That's not far off, actually, though. Okay. damn it! So embarrassed. Okay, these bits go to the side for now. And we want to make these top of these bits here. I assume we need that 4 times, but it's not saying to do it 4 times, so I don't know. It's got a blue bit underneath, and it's got horizontal grey bit. It's got a black bit atop that bit at the end, and then it has this bridging black shiny piece and 2 of the white pieces. And then that bit clips onto there like that. Okay, so look at the neck. Then we need, 3 black shiny pieces to go on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, with a white piece and the white stripe pieces, like this, like that. And then 16 white pieces. Oh, I've broken it. No. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this down and start motoring. This is entertaining watching. Since I'm live streaming this as well, which is not going to help necessarily the YouTubers if this does get up onto YouTube, which it should do. Anyone got any spacey questions they'd like answering? Because, you know, I like space, and so if you've got any, I'll do my best. Ta-da! And then, lo and behold, 4 times. Thanks. You could have told me that on the first page. I mean, maybe I could have guessed it, but if I'd known they were all going to be the same, I could have done them all at the same time. Stupid. Clip, 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 no matter what. I used to clip a little, now I clip a lot. Do, do, do. And then the white pieces, right? I need to put those bits on first. That's 1. There's number 2. And number 3. This pile of white shiny pieces is, oops, quite a daunting pile. There we go. So that's 3. So then 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it was, hang on. It was 2 of these at the bottom, wasn't it? 2 of these at the bottom. 1 of these at the bottom. 1 of these opposite. And then 1 of these at the top. And at the bottom. And then a whole heap of these jerks. Across this way. Doobie-doo, getting these all done, making it all white. You would have thought that they could have done a longer piece for like this build, right? Do you want this just like, to do it as one chunk? Maybe that's too easy. I guess then it wouldn't be 1969 pieces and I'd be sad. So I think my favourite things about this is that the Lego kit itself has 1969 pieces. Which, if you've not already made the connection, that's the year that the rocket launched. I have to do the bottom bits on this before I forget. So it's 1, 2, 3. A white piece that needs to clip in properly, and then a bridge. Then we can clip these bits in. This bit's really dull, so I'm really sorry if you're tuning in and just to watch a disembodied pair of hands stick the white shiny curved pieces to a rocket, to a strip. But it's all worth it in the end. This will clip together onto the main body of our rocket, and we'll have it all done. Almost there. Almost there. One more piece left to do. We can do this without going ever so slightly insane. We've got 3 black bits at the bottom. White piece. And then these bits. And then we're on to the last piece before we can start clipping this to it, making our rocket look like a rocket, which is good. I always really liked the white and black colour design of the Apollo missions. Amazingly, it wasn't actually an aesthetic choice. I mean, I'm sure there's perhaps something that went into it, but it was actually using the white and black, like, not quite stripes, but like sections that are on the rocket. It makes it really easy to track rotation, so it makes it really easy to see how fast the rocket is rotating, which is obviously really important because you need to be able to measure that as your rocket takes off to make sure it's not spinning too quickly or slowly if it needs to turn, things like that. Okay, so we've got these lovely, rather fetching panels. Once it says we've made 4 of these, we then need to simply clip them to the rocket. Woo! So this is where we get to all these lovely the fuel tanks inside and all this lovely work at the top for all the circuitry and interchange and fuel pumps and things like that. This is where we get the joyous part of covering it all up. Hooray! So this literally just clips straight on here, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, so that clips on there. There's an anchor point under that bit. And then there's an anchor point at the bottom. Yeah, I don't think there's an anchor point in the middle. Cool. So that clips on there. Clip that one in the top as well. So clip at the top first. Oops. Clip it at that bit first, and then I can reach in and get that bit all clipped in, and then at the bottom as well. And then we've got this side. Oh, and there's one more over there. You know when I keep misplacing things? You know, put 3 of you in front of you and 1 over here, so that when you come to put it all together, you pick up the last one that's in front of you, and you go, oh crap, there's only 3. Where's all the parts for the 4th one? It's like this over here. It's just to the other side, like an idiot. Yeah, so this is basically just clipping on these anchor points all the way up the rocket that these are clicking into. Like so. And then, oh, go on. It's not wanting to clip. Look, there we go. And there we have almost our second stage. It's so chunky. Look at it. It's such a awesome thing. For those of you that haven't seen it, if you've only just tuned in, I did the first stage earlier. Here's the first. This is the first stage. This is the second stage of the rocket. This is going to almost certainly clip into here, and it actually clips in. So if I'm not even holding it. It's really heavy though. This thing is huge. But that's really cool. Yeah, it clips in just like that. Across that way, and then you can give it a gentle pull, and it comes out. I'm excited. I'm so unnaturally excited about this. It's like so ridiculous. Whoa! Oh, so cool. Right. Page number 10, and it shows the whole set of the rockets. So we're almost there. So page 10, bag 10. We've only got 2 bags left after this. We've only got bags 11 and 12. So we're almost there. We've got the top stage to do, and then all the little bits. So the service module, the command module, lunar module. It's got the return to Earth splashdown little setup as well. So it's all the little detaily bits. Right, but bag. Oh shit. Bag 10. is lots of little pieces. So a lot of little detaily bits in here, which I imagine these bits are always the fun bits. Like this was cool, and like the last bag, which was these big panels, it looked great and needs to be done because you get this fantastic, nice, proper rocket finish. But let's be honest, these are the bits that I like, and personally, I've always loved small Lego, like incredibly detailed small Lego, like seeing what miraculous things you can do with just the very smallest of bits used very creatively and cleverly. That's always been it's always been the bit that I enjoy most about Lego. So this, as we get smaller and smaller, these are the bits that are really going to excite me. So first of all, we need to obviously get this ring covered, and I imagine because we've got lots of these pieces, that's what this section's going to be. So we're going to have a look at that. So we've got these little widgety bits over here. We need 4 of. So let's start piecing these together. Let's do a little bit of split up, like I say. Just try and keep things a little organised. Okay, so we want 4 blue bits. I can do that. We want 4 of these little clippy bits. I can do that. And we want to clip 4 of these onto here. That's 1, 2. Oops, that's the wrong bit. 3 and 4. Then we want these little right angle shelfy bits, and we're going to line these up opposite. So we've got 1 like that. Let's get these bits. We've got 1 like that. 1 like that. And 1 like that. Then we need to put we've got these other little bit, is it these bits? No, it's not those bits. It's these bits, these darker ones. These are going to sit on top. And what these do is as they clip together here, they make this nice flat 4 section to clip things to the side, which is basically their job. So we'll clip those all together to make us our little clippy bits. Then they've got a little yellow, nice little yellow bit of detailing on, which would be nice. A little bit of colour. So now I'm going to have to I'm going to figure out an easy way of taking this apart. To show all the interstaging and stuff, because that's like the sort of thing I want to do. Okay, so this, as you look at it, it's got a little, oh my goodness, there's a little, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera. A little yellow clip in there, can you see that? Just in there? This bit, this little piece, has got a clip into that little piece. Oh, I've not done it, I've not finished it. I need to put these little bandy stripes on first. Lol. We're going that way. Getting carried away, fellas. And ladies, and other people that are in. So clippity clip clip clip, clippity clip clip clip. And then we've got to try and push this through into here. Click. There we go. So I want to here and click into that one. And click into that one. And last one. Click into that one. Sweet. So let's start to fill those gaps, look, you can see across there, which is what you want it to do. Next bit. We're doing exactly the same, but for the other side. So it's a very similar process by the looks of things. I like some of the colour coding actually. I just noticed the clip in there is yellow and you go into yellow. This one's going to use red, and on the opposite side there's a little red clip that's just in there. It's kind of clever. Just makes it a little bit easier to make sure you know you're clicking things in the right place. So then we want the light ones, which are going to, hang on, so they're going to go down this time because they've been flipped, haven't they? And then they're going to have the dark ones on top as well. So it's just exactly the same as we were doing just a minute ago. So I lied. I said this pack was going to be exciting because it was going to be all the little detaily bits, but actually it's probably not. It's all these little bits to clip everything together. I mean, it's still pretty cool. Like, I'm not saying it's not exciting. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying myself. But yeah, like I say, when we start to build things like the command module and the lunar module, and we get to start slotting that into place and stuff, that's going to be cool. And we're almost there. Like I say, we've got 2 bags left. The last, I assume bag 11 is going to be the final stage, with like the cowling and stuff for the outside, and then I imagine it's then going to be all the little extra final details. Oh, I keep clipping these on the wrong way, or at least trying to. I really am a cretin. Okay, so we're clipping these in, just like we did before, looking for the little clip bit. Gentle pressure, click it in. Reach it through, click. And again, ooh, click. And last one. Oh, hello. Click, there we go. That's what we wanted to do. So they're in there, so that's almost filled up. So we've got a little bit there left to go, which I imagine might just be a square. Let's have a look. Oh, we're doing the bit now where it narrows up to the final stage. So we need these 4 pieces. And they are clipping on top of the United States lines. So either side of here, they're hooking into that gap. So, and they're just going to clip onto that white piece that's at the top by the looks of things. Oh yeah, and this page has also got the final step of covering up the grills, and it is just as I suggested. It's just 4 flat squares, a little bit of grilling on the top. Keep that nice and simple. And I'll pop those into place as I go. One slight annoyance, and actually I probably shouldn't moan, but like some of these bits aren't quite as flush as I would like. Most of it is, and I think that's what annoys me. Like, I've just pushed this into here, and I mean, you're probably not even going to tell on the camera, but you can see here, like, that bit I've just pushed in, super flush. These bits, not quite, and I don't know if I can... maybe if I... I shouldn't moan, it's mostly there. Right, that's that one. And last one for this outside decoration. Clip. Nice. So we can see we've got that band around the top across there. Magnificent. Okay, so next page. Ooh, we've got like a little blue and red cradle dealy going on. So that's 4 of those, and they are going in the gaps above the little black stripes. So they're going in here, and it looks like they're going on that grey piece, just in there. Ow! There we go. That's a really spiky bit on the top to try and place, but it's all right. We got it in. Clip on there. Again, we've got these little clips, probably for the stage 1 to pop out. Another simple little pieces. So these are these weird rotating platforms. They're going to sit on those bits we just put in, almost certainly. They've got a weird bridge over the top. Literally just a couple of pieces put together in here. And then they are indeed, by the looks of things, going to clip into. So the bits that we put in there, these are these shaped bits to fit these bits in here, and it looks like they just fit in. It says they go in flat, but that doesn't. Oh, hang on. Do they go that way around? I think they go that way around. I was doing it the wrong way. I think they go in like that, and I assume they fold. I assume what it's going to tell us to do in a second is to fold them down like that. So I'm going to fold that one down. Do you know what? I'm going to fold them all down. I'm confident that's what it's going to want us to do. I'm going to fold them all down, and then I'm going to cry and be annoyed when that isn't what they wanted us to do. And I'm going to fold them all back up again. But we're starting to get this tapered edge up to the final stage. Let's have a look. Oh, there's the yellow arrows of folding. Yeah, fold them down. Although we've actually clipped these bits on the top, so maybe I preemptively clipped. Oh, I see what it's doing. So you've got one of these, and we are clipping on those two bits. And then that bit will clip onto the remaining bits. So I guess it's told us probably not to fold them down, but then that creates this nice bit. So let's get these made. One of the nice things about this kit is a lot of the connecting pieces. So a lot of the I guess a little bit structural, but like these blue bits here, they're not the blacks that fit in. Which, you know, at first glance you could be like, oh, well, what if it shows through? But like, because they've done such a good job of like hiding everything, it does make it nice and easy to see. But it means that it's really obvious like which bits are going to be on the inside as opposed to like on the outside or whatever. We see we've got this nice narrow opening now for our stage one to come out. So it looks like we've got to put together some fuel and engine bells and whatnot. Oh yeah, these are the engines at the bottom. So we need these across here. We're going to need like all 5 of these to do so we can get these cracked out. So we need turbines, 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 turbines. It looks like we're getting a little yellow dot in each one of these. Then we're having one of these white bars pushed into the bottom and an engine nozzle thing on the end. Come on, do the hole. I don't usually have problems getting in the hole. Way! That was appalling, I'm sorry. Okay, and then these literally slot into the holes at the bottom. So push one into that middle hole. Oh shit! Alert, alert. Too much pressure. So that one goes in there. And these are our stage 2 engines. That's a satisfying click as well. Don't know if you can hear it. Look at how much smaller those engines are. Like, this is the thing. Like stage 1, that does your heavy lifting. That gets you like off the ground and on your way to space, right? And then those engines, these stage 2 engines, much smaller. Look at the size difference. They're little ditty engines, but these will probably do most of the work of actually getting you to stay in space. That's the tricky bit. Like, you know, getting off the ground is hard, and the first stage will have a load of work to do that. But the second stage has actually got to do a huge amount of work in terms of pushing you into the right place, like getting you the right height, getting you up to speed, things like that. Best step ever, 243, clip the bloody things together. So this one's in here, as we said earlier, got the little clips. This one's got the little anchor points on here, which means we can slot these together. I don't know if it matters which way he lines up. I mean, of course it does. Oh, that just clicks in, and this thing becomes so monstrous that I can't even get it. I can't even get it in the camera. It is. It's truly a thing of beauty. It's huge, guys. It's absolutely huge. Like, so much. I knew it was going to be big, but this is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay. Oh, I've not even got room for it on my desk. Like, struggling to. Okay, right. Bag 11, which is gonna be this top section. Final stage. 2 bags of Lego left. Getting excited. Bag 11. I do feel like a little kid again. Oh, it's so good. Look at it though. It's ah. I don't know. I wonder if it's more exciting and I feel more like a little kid because this is my hand. I have quite big man hands. I am a man. I am a grown-up man. And look at how little my hands are compared to this thing. Like I can't get I can only just get my hand like past the halfway point, like 2/3 maybe. Look, I can't grip it. It's enormous, and I feel like I'm playing with like you know when you're a kid and all the toys are huge because you're so tiny. That like oh yeah, look at my massive rocket. I am the coolest child because my toy is bigger than yours. Like that is I'm totally living that fantasy at the moment. That is totally in there. And I'm so close to the end as well, and it's looking so good, so good. I'm gonna tweet a picture. Just gotta find a way of getting it all in shot. Like such a big kid. Take a picture of this amazing bit. I can't even. I'm just gonna turn my light off for a second. Sorry, viewers. Oh, look how dark it is. Oh, it's because I turned off auto exposure, didn't I? There we go. Okay, so bag number 11. Oh, we're not emptied all the bags yet. Okay, so little bag of little bits. Boop. And another little bag of little bits. Stop rolling around, other bag. And then some bits over here. Ooh, a big like dish bit. Some more engine-y looking pieces. Right, do you know what? I'm so excited I can't even bother to sort some stuff out. I'm smashing straight on with this. I'm getting to the excited bit. So we're building the first stage, the final stage, the third stage of the rocket. Gets us to the moon. Getting to the moon, I'm building a rocket to take me to the moon. Do. So this bit with a bit in the middle. And then we want 4 of these crazy bits. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're building up a crazy pattern down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we want 2 of these bits, so we want 2 more of these pieces, 2 of the little grey shiny bridge things. We need 4 of them. Oh, hang on, we need like 4 of everything. Well, that's intriguing, because I don't appear to have. Oh, hang on, no, we don't. We need 2. It's doing that thing where it's telling you need 2 of them, but then giving you the full set of what you need for both of them, as opposed to just 2 of them, which I keep confusing. I keep seeing that and thinking that's what you need for 1, and I need 2 of those, so let's put 2 in. But that's not the case. So, anyway, that clips on to that way. Long ways, yes. And that clips onto that one long ways. And the shiny bridge bit goes across the bottom. Clip. And the shiny bridge bit goes across the bottom. Clip. And then this bit slots into this little doohickey-majoo by going there. There. And there. Sweet. And then I need a little drummy bit and two little two-y bits. And those are going to go across here. Like so. And then you're going to clip in the middle. Oh wow, it literally sits in the middle. I hope that's like some sort of actually moving bit, because that bit just like falls out. It's not actually attached down. I hope that's a bit that moves. Oh, and then you immediately clip over the top of it. Well, boo to that outfit, sir. And then these, you've just got 4 white bits that clip in here. The book's getting a bit weirdly because of where it is in the book. It's getting difficult to fold some of it over, so can't quite see all of it. Whoops. Clip those bits in there. Then we need 3 barrel-y bits. 2, 3, 2, 3, and a grey square. Brown square. I can do colours. 1, 2, 3, and a brown square. Then we need a long chunky bit and 4 of these L-shaped bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want 1 on each end. 1 on each end. Clippity clip. And then 2 in the middle. 1 either side. Like that. Sweet. And then that clips on here. I think. Yeah, it clips on like that. Okay, we're at 251. Oh, there's a little black thing. I thought I'd lost that. My bad. I think there's only like 350 something steps. I think it was 350 something. So we're getting close. Getting close. There's 100 steps left. Okay, so we want 2 of these puppies, 2 brown squares, and 8 of these knobbly bits. That's 4. That's 5, 6, 7. I can see, and 8. There we go. So we want 1, and we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and a brown square. And then we want to do that again. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a brown square. And then those bits clip onto the panel-y bits on here. So they go on 1 like that, and 1 like that. $2.52. We want 2 of these chunky bits, and 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're just going to line one of these with all the shiny bits, so that's 6 on each. So 6 on the first one, and then 6. Whee! Bye. 6. 6 on the second one. Like so. Clickety click. And then they are going to go on to connect these up, but they're going to leave a gap of 4 at the top of here, so they're going to just go quite quietly on there. Like that. And the same on the other side. Clip. Go. Go. Clip. Thank you. Then we've got 3 towers with a blue bit on top. 1, 2, 3. With a blue bit on the top. And that bit goes on the top of here. Pointing either way like that. Okay, then we want one of these red bits and one of these white bits. And we're going to connect them in a weird way. Like that. With a brown bit. Like that. Oh, and then we're going to do the same again. But like flip it around. So that one goes there. And this one goes here? Yes, here. So we've got clips on each side. Okay. And then a green bit of grass just to clip it all together on the top. Ta-da! And then 2 flat blue bits on the top of that. Probably doesn't matter which way they're pointing, but I'm going to try and match the pictures as best as possible, just in case it does. Then we're going to build some bits to clip on the side, so we need 2 of these. 2 of these. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of these. And 4 of these bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we take one of these and we stick a blue bit on the top of it. And then we stick a black bit on top of that. And then on that side we put 2 black bits like that. And the 2 white studs. Okay, let's do that twice. So a blue bit and a black bit, and then this bit and a that bit. Oops, and a that bit, and then 2 white studs. And then they clip on. Oh, hang on a minute. And then they go on. Oh, sort of in the middle-ish, like that. Then we need 1 long black piece. Let's go across all of this. And that's going on top of here. Like so. How many to make these bits? So we need 2 of these, 2 of these, 4 black shiny pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more of those little bits that can be clipped onto in black. There's 4 of those. 4 little white studs. And 8 shiny white pieces. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 1 of these bits, like so. We make that same contraption we made last time with the 2 white studs and the 2 clippy on bits. Then we put a white chunky bit on the back, and we go black, black, White. White, gotta be white. And we can do the same with this one. So, studs at the bottom. Clippy bits at the top. This bit on the back. And then clip. Clip. And then get these bits clipped on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these bits just clip onto the top of here. So they connect onto this bit and this bit. So I connect them on the bottom first and then push them onto the top bit. Same with this one. That's it. And clip and clip and clip and clip and bend down stretch. So we're getting the edge of that one done. Have a look at the next one. 263. Two little black panels. And they just top off the tops over here. Clip to hold those all together nicely in place. Sweet. Right, now we need these bits. So we need 4 yellow corners, 4 flat white pieces, 4 of these longer clippy bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 of the grey bridges, which are those bits. Excuse me. Clipping these 2 together. And then on the back, we're doing corner, longer clippy bit, with a grey bit over the top. So let's do that again. So corner, clippy bit, clippy bit, that bit. Sweet. And then that's going on the bottom. Okay, so that's got the cornery bits there. So we want to put it so that these bits are in the same position. So they're going to tessellate down. They're going to line up with the bottom like that. And then clip together. So they basically just cover all of that. All of that chunky section there, right? Yeah. And that's our clips that will clip us into the top of the big stage that we saw earlier. Right, now we're doing coverings. So we're doing 2 of these little line coverings. So I want, hang on, is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 2 of those, 2 of the little bench pieces. Clip that on at the top. Clip that on at the top. We want a can't do fingers, a stud plate bit, single stud plate bit. And then we've got these crazy bits with the pipes on. Got one going there, one going there. Then we've got the little 3s, 2 of those, and 2 of these grey bits. I assume so, they're the only ones we've got. So those bits clip on there. Oh, click. And there. Then the 3 hangs over the edge a little bit. Okay. Whee! So I want 1 and 2 of those. So we're clipping that bit onto there. That bit onto there as well. And we're clipping that bit down, like so. Then we've got a little bit at the bottom, which needs a 3, a 2, and a slope. There's a slope and a 3, and a 2. And we're basically going 3, 2, and then a slope. So that's a 3 there, a 2 on top, and then a 1. And that's going at the bottom of, oh hang on, and that's being clipped onto the bottom of there? Yeah. So So we're clipping that into that little groove that they've made. And then that's being covered up by a big long whiten. Big long white single row. Ugh, that's clipping together. Excellent. And then we need to cover it with some nice shiny stuff so that it looks posh on the outside of our rocket. And we need a little bit of black shiny stuff as well. It's going to go on there and on there. And we've got two of those lovely puppies. And they're going to clip into... Okay, so they're going to clip onto the bowls with the bench at the top down that way. Oh, hang on, we're upside down. So they're going to clip in to there. Okay? And then we're going to rotational symmetry the other one in, aren't we? Cool. I like the little line of grey and the little ribbed line sticking out, the little line of grey. It's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat little thing. Oh, then we're going to do two more on, one would imagine, on the opposite side. Positioned like that. Yeah, I want the bench on that side. Yep, that makes sense. Knowing what we know now. Then they want two of these little... I've not seen these pieces in ages. These make great little lanterns. Put a little white dot on the front. I say white dot. It could be any dot, I guess. Ooh, that's got like a crazy little... Ooh, like, oh wow, look at that little like angled trapezoid piece. Never seen that shit before. I love it. Like, I've been so far out, been out of Lego so long. Like, I bet some veteran Lego builders watching and being like, "What do you mean you've not seen that piece in ages? It's been around forever." I don't know why they suddenly became some sort of like posh voiceover artist. Turns out the Lego expert is the man from X Factor. Oh, the Lego is amazing. Goodness gracious, I'm starting to talk nonsense, aren't I? I mean, when do I never not talk nonsense, I guess? So these clip onto here, and onto that one. And then we need that white 3 sticking out the bottom again, so we can clip on one of our extra bits like we did last time. And lo and behold, here's that extra bit, made the same way, a 3 and a 2. This time, however, it doesn't seem to have the shiny bits put on it. There's a 2, where's my other 3? Black. Oh, there it is, it's just upside down. Just can't see. Can't see the wood for the trees. Okay. Then on this side, we need a little white ramp. A little white ramp. Then there's a black 2. Then 2 black 3s. The black 3s don't fit. What have I done? Hang on. So that should be there. Oh, because I can't line these up. Oh, I'm an idiot. Like an absolute numpty. That goes all the way to the end. I don't know why I left a gap. And then the white 3 can clip in. So white 3, white 3, black 2, isn't it? Black 2, and then a little white ramp, which is there. And then we're going to cover that up with the shiny. So that's going to go on the top just there. And a little bit of the black shiny stuff down there. And the same with this one. Like that. And then they're going to clip in as well. So they're going to clip in just to the balls that are clipped in there. They've got the little balls joint ones across that way. So they just So you just push into there. And then same again on the other side. Oh, clip, clip, clip. Oh, something felt like it came loose there. So it shouldn't have moved, felt like it moved. Maybe it didn't. Maybe we're alright. And that's now clipped in, so those are those bits there. I like these little, just a little extra texture we're getting from these little bumpy lumpy bits on the outside. It's good. Cool. Oh, they're making the final covering panels, so we're going to need 2 of these. So we've got 2 of those, and then the 4 shiny bits, and then just a load of the silvery shiny bits. So, oh, these are just dead simple. It's literally black bits at the bottom. Oh, they are flat at the bottom, aren't they? Yes, they are. And then just white bits at the side. So these are those decorative panels, just to cover up what we've got left showing. Give the nice smooth exterior to our spaceship. And then I imagine, looking at the bits we've got left, we've got an engine to do in the final section. Maybe, and I assume in the other bag we've got like the spacecraft bit. So the modules, the command module, the lunar module, and then just the extra bells and whistles. One would presume. Clip and clip. Yep, and then it shows on here these are going on the sides. So they're going in there. So we're going to pop that in, clip that one in, clip that one in, clip that in at the top. So there's once again 3 anchor points, which seems to be their default, their go-to, which is good. One in the middle, and final one at the top. And we get our fantastic upper stage. Do I suppose? That's the wrong way around. That way is the upper stage. So last few bits to just finish off with this one. So flip that over to the top. We've got a little brown square on the top of this one, and that's when we put our big forward end cone. With a little bit of a point on the top. Then on the bottom, we're going to push in this plug here. And then this smaller bit goes on. And then we need one of these little chunky bits and one of these little chobbly chobs. That's going to go like that. So hang on. So one of these little bits, one of these little bits. That's going to go on with a curve over that end, I think. And then that clips on to this bottom bit just here. What? Oh, okay. It's going to go on that way round. So slots on like that. So it's a rather interesting looking thingy. And then in the engine bell. And then the engine bit. And the little, oops. The little fire in the engine going on. So there's our little first stage engine. Third stage engine. And then that clips on to the top of our main spaceship. So if we got the hole at the top, once again we've got the little red clips, and that clips onto the anchor points on the bottom of here. So we'll line those up, the engine slots in, wait for the satisfying click, satisfying clicks in, and we can see, whoa, steady now, and we can see here the nice transition up to the third and final stage of the Saturn V rocket. This thing is getting truly monstrously huge now. It's not even big enough to... It's too big, it doesn't even fit on the page. And here we have it, the final bag, bag 12, which adds our launch escape, adds our nose cone, it adds our stand so we can have it horizontally, and it adds our different modules as well. This is going to be a good bag, and we are well on track to finish our spaceship. Bag 12, let's do this. Oh my goodness, I've just spied the world's tiniest astronaut. Oh, look at that. That's like, oh my gosh. Like, I guess that's the scale of a Lego astronaut on this against this monstrosity. I just want to take a little picture of my scale astronaut next to the scale engines. Okay. Oh, I'm going to lose this tiny astronaut. It's like a little tiny Neil Armstrong. Okay. Okay, so let's be very careful with this sec. I can see another one. I mean, it makes sense that there's three, right? Mini Neil, Mini Buzz, and Mini Michael Collins. Oh, there's four. What? But there wasn't four astronauts on the Apollo program. Oh, I mean, well, there was. There was a lot more than four. But I meant on like an Apollo Saturn mission. Maybe it's a secret conspiracy. The secret fourth astronaut that nobody ever talks about. Oh my goodness! Look at the little flag. Oh, there's so much cool stuff in here. Okay, right, let's empty this lot out and we'll start to build it. I'm not going to empty that other little bag because this little bag looks like it's probably one of the separate kits. So I'm probably going to leave that as it is for the moment. And we'll deal with that as and when we get there. There's a couple of these bits, like this is clearly the pond for the splashdown landing. And that's the moon surface for the moon crater, so I'm going to put that to the side as well. So let's see. Let's move all this scaffolding as well. Okay, here we go. Final bag. Making the top of our rocket. We're finishing the rocket first. I like that. So we've got a grey and a white disc. Stacked on top of each other. Boom. Let's go. Barrel. Barrel, 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 barrel. Barrel. Two of these wiggly bits. Two of these gosh darn diddly wiggly bits. Two of these wiggly bits. Yes. Yes. God. Clip, clip. We've got some weird roundy downy structure-y bits that are going to go around this thing. They're going to go... Which way are they going to go? They're going to go like this, I think. No, they're supposed to go like that. Yep. Clip on that one. Clip on that one. Then we have this bit on the top. And then we have this ring piece to go on top of that. So this looks very much like it's not wanting to work. This looks likely it's going to be our command module, I would imagine. Oh no, it's the... Oh yeah, I don't know. Four of these little like flower pieces, like little cogs. Look at those. Pretty cool. Don't know what they are about. they go into these holes. Don't want holes in your spacecraft. Oftentimes, not very good. I want to line these up. So that's 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, they're so tiny I can't see them. There it is. 4. So they go around the edge. Then we've got a little cone for the top. Cone, cone, cone. Oh, that does not clip on. Is that not meant? Ah! Yeah, that doesn't... Oh, it does if I rotate it the right way. It clips on if I rotate it the right way. So it's actually lining up, you know. And then we need 4 of 3 megaphone things stacked on top of each other. Okay. So we stack these on top of each other. Like so. And we do one pointing towards me, and then we rotate it 90 degrees, and then we do the same. So, all pointing the straight line. This is the launch escape system, isn't it? This is what saves the astronauts' lives. If the rocket blows up while they're taking off. Which, luckily, they never had to use. And one final incredibly fiddly megaphone tower. That bit. Then we want a disc. Is there a white disc or is there any grey discs? I think there's any grey discs. I mean, that's probably fine. Clips onto there. Cool. And then we've got the long sticky bit and this flat topped bit over here. That bit's going to slide on up into there, and that's going to run down through the middle. Ah, it all broke. It's too forceful. Come on, come on. Yeah, that was a good puppy. No, clip together. And you. There we go. Clip that together. Hold that nice and tight. And then we are going to put this really long custom piece on the top, followed by a nice white cone, which is, lo and behold, in the only bag I've not opened yet. Let's just try and take the cone out though. Let's not take the rest of this. Oh, hang on. There is a white disc. There's a white disc in here. Oh, I didn't need this bag then. Damn it. Okay, so I need to take that bit out and that bit out, and then we need to take that one off so that we can put the white cone on. And then once the white cone's on, this is going to go back through here. That's going to clip all those together again. Marvelous. There we go. The better. We got the white disc, not the shitty green disc. And then this cone goes on the top here, and then you've got to fold all these back in. So despite you having spent time and effort making sure they were all sticking out at right angles, like I have, they're all going to fold in. Oh, look at that. The nice structure. I've got the jets on here though. It's fine. It's enough detail for me. Okay. Oh, we've got a warning box here, so we need this piece, and we need to wield it this way round. And that's going in long section into the arse of my rocket. Then we need the black rocket engine. Slippity slide that on. And so it looks like this. That's what it looks like. Ah, twinsies. Okay, then we need to make... Oh, we need to make two of these like top bits, which is essentially one of these top bits and a load of these curly bits, apparently. So we do 6 of these puppies, 3 on each side. One. One, 2, 3 of these, and then 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's 2 of these. And then this hooks under here by the looks of things. So it hooks around that bit. To make our fairing. And then our fairing clips onto the top of our rocket. Which at this point the rocket is now large enough that I think I'm gonna struggle to show you. Oh no. There we go. That clips onto the top. And she is done, ladies and gentlemen. Running out of space. Really out of space. Room is not long enough. That is amazing. Oh my god. It's colossal. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Okay, so now we're doing all the little accessories. So we're making the moon landing bit. We'll do that one. Put the moon bit in the middle. A little red, a little black bit here. Oh, I put the wrong piece on, that's why. It needs to be one of these bits, that's why. One of those bits, and I need one of these bits. So if that's there, this bit's going on like here, okay. And then the little engine nozzle going on there. Then we're making the little mini lander, which I think is basically going to be these parts here, I think. Or most of. Need a little 4. I don't know. Ah, there it is. There's the little 4. 4 of these little jobbos with one of those and a gold piece. One of these. So those bits clip onto there. And we need these funky bits. So these 2 bits, and 4 more gold studs. 3. So we want that one with 2 gold studs on it. Oh, these ones are really weird to clip together. Don't seem to want to do it. And then a swingy bit on the back. Cool, let's make another one of them. clip, clippity clip. And then these go on either side of here. Like so. You can see that sitting in there. And then on the top of there, we're going to put two more clippy spinny bits. Ooh, pushed a bit off. And then a disc. A bit too hasty. On the bottom of there needs to go two black pieces, apparently. The two black bits, and then they clip in there. Then round the outside, round the outside, round the outside, we need these four little golden pieces that are gonna they're gonna be slanted that way, I think. Yes. Keeping the gold on the outside, I think. I think it's that right there. Yeah, it's slanting away from the middle, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Okay. Then we want the little yellow 3-1, which is one of these bits. One of these bits. Oh, and then these are going to slide into the black bit in the middle to give that some support. Then we need 4 spindly legs using the spy glasses, the wrenches, and the studs. So a stud goes in the big end, and then a wrench goes in the bottom. And then that clips on to this bit around the edge. Like so. Okay. Do that 3 more times. Clip one of those on. Push a little wrench in. Clip that on. Twice more. Stud. Wrench. Oh, hang on. I'm supposed to be pushing these all the way in, I think. I have to go back and force those in. Okay. Stud. Wrench. Boop. It's looking good. Okay. So then we want a little grey bit and a little clippy bit. And we want 2 little discs. They're going to go on top of that. Like so. And then we've got 2 squares with the crossed holes in. Go on top of that. And then these to push buttons on the side. And then some single plates. Ooh. Oh, they're here. To go on the top of here. And then a black piece and the ingot style top. They are like little ingots, aren't they? Must be like a mold from like a bank set or something. Like a medieval castle set. I don't know. Then we flip it upside down. Oh, and then we've got to stick some bits on the side, which is basically one of these. Hang on, wait, what? Oh, on the bottom. With a black piece. And then the ingot topper again. And then the same again on the other side. Which is one of those. A little flat bit of that, which goes on that way, followed by one of these, and that goes in like so. And then on the very bottom, we put the hatch. So on the very bottom, that bit pointing up towards the top, goes the hatch. Ah! It fell apart! Goes the hatch. Clip on hatch. There we go. There's a little hatch. And then that sits on top of our four-legged craft monstrosity. Oh yeah, because that's the bit that blasts off, leaves the landing legs behind, right? Then all of this can sit on our little landing engine. Lower our landing legs. Ha 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 ha! Look at this. See this is my wheelhouse. Like this, like the detail they've got on, for matching this in terms of what it, it fairly accurately looks like. They've even got like the circle behind the circle hatch. I know it's not attached to a circle, but like it's pretty close and it's pretty cool. But yeah, an incredible amount of detail from like simple, small little parts. That's always my wheelhouse. And then this is where, look at this little flag. Look at it. Look at the little flag to go with the little astronauts. And so they have this like they have this like propped in. Oh, that's really clever. It actually, the flag, like that too wide piece, actually fits between two of the little stoppers. That's pretty cool. And then I can put some astronauts on. Let's put Neil and Buzz on the surface of the moon. Look at the little astronauts and the flags. That's so little and cool. We got our little. I'm gonna put our other astronaut buddies on because I've got two more little astronauts that, unless there's something else to do with them, I'm totally gonna lose them. So in my Apollo 11, there's 4 little astronauts that made it all the way to the moon. Okay, let's have a look at the next step. So the next step's the splashdown return to Earth. So we're gonna get that built. So we need one of them. And we need one of these, and this goes sort of off to one angle. Then I need the flat-ended 4, which looks a bit like that, and the command module with the little entry hatch that slots up inside of there, like that, and then that goes on onto our little C, circular C. And then we need to make our buoyancy bits for the top. So we've got our little coggy type doohickey across here with our little airbags. So they're gonna pop onto there. We've got 3 of them, and then we've got the flashy light, which is a little gold stud, which I assume is one of these ones. Yep. Oh, hang on. Apparently been put on the wrong way. Apparently it needs to go on like that. For whatever reason. And then that clips on the top, so that goes on the top of here. Ah! That's not... Oh, hang on. Have I done that the wrong way? Yeah, I have. It's fixable. It's not actually upside down because it's a reversible piece, but I tried to attach it the wrong way, is what I had meant. And then we make our little inflatable life raft by clipping all of these together. And then that sits around there. A little ring. Look at that. So cool. And then we need to make our gantries. So we've got one of these with a blue piece on top. And then one of these gantries sits on top of that. Like so. And then we need one of these with one of these in and one of these in. And then one of these on the top. Oh, hang on. Nope, not on top. We want, oh yeah, we do want one of those on top. Double it up. Apparently. Like so. Then we've got the two little barrels that go on there as well. Like so. And then they come in, so that's on there. You have one of those going in, oh, we need two of these. One of those goes in that way. That's going to fall over because it's not balanced at all. And we'll do the other one as well. So sliding two of those through there, two of those through there, through one of those, through one of those, and then that's going on top. Like a little thing across there. And then we're putting the other piece of gantry is going on the other side of that one. But to balance it up, we need the other legs on this one. So that's the grey bit and that bit click together, attach to the bottom, and we've got a little stand. We've got two more of those to make, I think. However they happen to be. So one's just got these red plugs in. And then that bit. Two of those on top. So two of those. And then we've got another piece that has, whoa, has the same. So it has a red piece in the top and a red piece in the top. And then that clips into those two that have got those pieces across there. Like so. Oh, we want another one just like that. So there's one that's slightly higher compared to the other, which will be for the top stage, for the first stage, I would imagine. So just, again, making these again. So clip, and a clip, and two more of these. Goes one and two. And then the last two red clips go in the top of this little piece. Clippity clip, clippity clip, boop. And then that bit gets all clipped together, and we have it there. And there is our thing. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna. Okay, so I guess I ought to. So we've got. I guess we ought to have a look at a little showcase. Let's tidy up some of these pieces. Let's get rid of all these. Let's tidy up a little bit, and then I'll see if I can find a semi-decent way to show off all our this amazingness. So the three little stands, they can go out of the way for the moment. We've got, obviously, end of the journey, splash down. Boop. So we've got the little return capsule floating away over in that way, so that you can see it with its inflatable rings and its inflatables at the top, and the little light where all the astronauts would sit. You've obviously got an awesome little lunar scene, which I'm vaguely tempted to have at work. But the only thing that puts me off is the fear of losing the cripplingly tiny astronauts. But that is sweet. That is a really cool little doohickey. So I'm tempted. That might end up at work on my desk. And then the queen mother of it all. Is of course the Saturn V herself, oh, which is over here, I guess. So she's got the top stage, the second stage, and then the third stage. And of course, they miraculously and amazingly all pop apart. So if I tug up here on the... Oh, hang on. Let me just make sure that I've not... hang on, where exactly is the break point? I can't remember. Yeah, it's that bit. It's at the top of there. Yeah. Ugh. So up here... I didn't do it on camera. So up here, that pulls out. And you have your first stage. This is the bit that would have made the transient injection. Interestingly, the launch escape tower would have disconnected, probably slightly higher up. Actually, just up here would have disconnected and flown away. One of the things I've just noticed in the whoa. One of the things I won't try and balance that on end. That would be stupid. One of the things I've just noticed in the book is if I take off, so the fairings separate here. If I take off the fairings for that bit, the lunar lander, this bit here, boop, actually should fit inside over here. Clip that in, across that way, across there. And what would actually happen in the real mission is everything would get broken. No, the fairings, these fairings would come off, and this bit would actually, so the top of here, this bit would pop off the end, and it would come back round, and it would actually, I'm doing this completely wrong. It would pop off the end, and it would actually connect in there, and then it would pull this bit away. It wouldn't leave the engine behind. And these are the bits that would go off to the moon. So it'd flip round, use the main engine, send you off to the moon. Drop this bit off. This bit would go down and land, and then this bit, then technically, this part here lifts off, leaves behind that bit. This bit shoots up into space, rendezvous with the command module on the top, and then this bit flies home. And then the bit that's left behind is actually this, pretty much this bit here. So this bit here would not fall apart, but pop off across this way. That bit gets burnt up on re-entry, and then this bit is your splashdown. Actually, well, just the top bit. Across that way. But yeah. This is a cool model. So now I've all taken it apart. Let's try and put it back together again. Because I want to put it on its... display stand and see if I can show you guys just to finish off. So... those bits all clipped together. Just putting together the launch tower command complex majigger. Okay, and then we'll put together the put the fairings back on as well. That can all clip on top of. Which bits do these? Oh, okay, like that. That's much better. Okay. So that is one section. So that's going to be the section that goes on here. Does it have a recommended like balance point? I mean, I don't think I've found it. Oh, it recommends you put it all in one place. I'm sure there's a picture of it split up on its. I'm sure. I'll figure that out later. Hi, John. So yeah, so there's the first stage, which is about to fall off. Please don't fall off first stage. Across that way. Then of course the second stage separates. Second stage separates about here. So, oh goodness, that is a lot of strength. It takes. Second stage comes off. The G2 engines. And that bit goes on one of these. Find my balance. And then, of course, the last stage, the powerful stage with the awesome F1s, which goes on somewhere like that. Can't bend my thumbs that way. Yay! So awesomeness across there. And then the awesome lunar module with the tiny astronauts. Wah! And the splashdown as well. Oh, so glorious. That is an amazing, amazing Lego kit. That has given me like 6 hours of entertainment. Well, no, that's even a lie. It took me 6 hours to build. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot more entertainment out of it. I can't wait to show everyone at work. I can't wait to display it somewhere in my house. It's just amazing. The best thing about it. So John, my friend, has just come into the Twitch chat if you're watching on YouTube, and he's just said how really amazing it is. The most depressing thing I think is that inside of all of this is all the tank structure as well. And one thing I want to try and do is there an easy way to have a look at it all without it breaking? Maybe. Ugh, just breaking bits off at the time now. I can't remember where that. No. There's inside all of this. There's the. Is it this? Would this strip be it? This could be it. So, ugh! I don't think there's an. No, I don't think that's even going to happen. Oh, this is so frustrating. Where did that bit go? Oh, that bit was on there, wasn't it? Like that. Yeah, inside all of here, oh, there must be an easy way to find it all. Yeah, you can see you build all the tanks. I tell you what, I can for now while I still have no idea like how the model works. I can show you using the book. So the lovely guidebook over here. If you look at so where's the first page? So what are the first things you build? Yeah, so the first thing you build is that. Like these are all the tanks inside. So you've got your fuel and your oxygen tanks that are all, it's not like it's just outside shots. Like this thing weighs a ton. This, the whole core of this and like both of these is full of stuff. And so yeah, one of the things that I would say that I would really like, is an easy way to just be able to like, not like press a button, but like a panel or two that's really easy to just like, just clip off, just so you can show people inside of it. Because you've got like all the detail in the engines where you've got like the exhaust recyclers and things like that squeeze everything in. You've got like the fuel pipes up the side, and yeah, overall it is a truly colossal model, and I think what I'm going to try and do is clip it all back together. And I will just try and finish off. Oops. And see if I can find a way that I can position it such that I can get a full length shot of it to finish off this build, which is not easy when it's over a meter long. You know, just saying. Oh great, something's loose inside. Hang on. Launch pad repairs. Oh, that's where. I see. That was because I tried to jam the staging into somewhere where it shouldn't have gone. So that way. Like that. There we go. Okay, so that bit needs to go under there, and then that bit goes under there, and then, yeah, that bit goes under there. So apologies for camera disruption. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get the camera into a position. But yeah, here it is in all its glory. Whoosh. A behemoth. It's amazing. It is amazing. I'm so excited I'm upside down. Because of all the camera shenanigans. But I'm going to say at this point, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you've missed it, if you're just tuning in at the moment and you've missed most of the stuff, then it should all be on the Twitch archive, and I'm going to try and export it all to YouTube as well. And I'm probably going to put a load of pictures up on my Twitter page, so do go follow me at twitter.com/RevJB. Can't forget everything. You'll probably see some more pictures of it up there. And thank you very much for watching. But for now, ciao!